The opening scramble is not a clean cornucopia, it's a roof-to-roof race across collapsing boards. Venom, Snake, and Ada move like ghosts, immediately peeling away into the stairwell. Batman and Constantine don't race. Batman scans. Constantine flips a coin. I flips a coin, muttering a word against the signal's pole. Okabe and Grace grab batteries, small drone kit, and a cracked walkie. Hunk and Frank Horgan go straight for heavy gear. Arbiter and Mr. Terrific take height. Io and Ben Bigger take a toolbox and a coil of rope. Kirby and Asmongold sprint in late. Asmongold hesitates and follows Kirby. Kindred and Aslan stand still for one heartbeat, listening. Pyramid and Head and Nido don't sprint,
Nito.
they advance. What's Nido from?
Dark Souls.
Don't know the guy. Doom Guy and Ryuko take the opposite approach. They charge for close range combat. Alex Mercer and Mark take the high ledge. The city gets louder at night. TVs glow in the windows like a watching eye as a distant warped lullaby plays from somewhere no one can find. Batman and Constantine take shelter in a boarded up apartment. Constantine draws chalk ring and burns something that smells like pennies. Batman says tripwires. Venom, Snake, and Ada occupy laundromat. Okabe and Grace hide in the subway. Hunk and Frank camp in a butcher shop. Kirby and Asmongold find a children's playroom. Kindred as Aslan shelter behind a collapsed billboard. Pyramid Head and Nito stand in the open street. John Cena and Markiplier run to Kirby and Asmongold near the schoolyard gate. Markiplier raises his hands. Hey, peace. We can. Asmongold, soaked in irritated mutters. We're not doing influencer diplomacy right now. Kirby waddles forward with inhales a chunk of chalk dust and coughs it out like a smokescreen. It's not strong, just enough to break line of sight. Cena grabs Markiplier and they back out fast. Inside the school, Mercer and Malric stalk the upper hallways. They hear footsteps below. Okabe and Grace. Malric whispers, "We can end them quietly." Mercer eyes narrows. "Not yet. Let's let the city thin itself." They let Okabe and Grace pass. Near the gymnasium, Hunk and Frank Horgan push together toward the doorway. The Pyramid Head and Grave. What? Why is Gravelord here? Did you add Gravelord?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, Nito, Gravelord Nito, not Grave Mind.
Yeah.
Hunk raises a shotgun. Frank lifts a sledgehammer. Pyramid Head drags his blade along the floor. Sparks in the dark. Nito's bones rattle. A fetal brittle skeleton's hands forming with the shadows around him, weak but distracting. Hunk fires one shell. Boom! It hits Pyramid Head's shoulder. It staggers him, proudly proving he can be hurt. Frank charges Nito. Nito responds with a wave of deathly force, scaled down but still heavy enough to crack Frank's armor, staggering him. Hunk tries to reposition, but the school's rotten balcony gives way underneath Frank's weight. He steps backwards to avoid another pulse. Frank Horgan drops to the collapsing floor into the gym below. He hits hard and snaps the beam through his side, pinning him. He tries to rise anyway. Roaring, Pyramid Head steps to the edge and with slow certainty drops his massive weight downward, finishing Frank off. Hunk sits alone in the classroom, reloading with shaking hands. Batman notes death's eyes narrowing. The school's already closing in. Why is it a school? Get out of the school!
Nah, there's a school.
I know, but why? No events. Is that Yoshimitsu? Buy my toothpaste.
I would buy his toothpaste.
Constantine lights a cigarette, sending by a flickering vending machine. Batman's voice cuts through the static. Batman studies the rain outside. The killers will start hunting now. Constantine smirks, and the saints will start dying. Island bend bigger. Eye wipes the rain from her eyes. As she bandages Ben's form with a torn cloth, he grunts softly, still calm despite their wounds. Doomguy and Ryuka move like predators through the flooded streets. Ryuka's blade flashes in the lamplight. Doomguy armor drips. Dented but ready. It's. You hear that? Ryuka mutters. Target, Doomguy says flatly. It's Hunk crouched behind a newspaper cart to aim a shotgun. The ambush begins. Hunk fired first. One perfect shot that slams into Doomguy's chest, cracking it but not stopping him. Ryuka leaps forward with a blinding speed, slicing through Hunk's left shoulder. He staggers back, reloads in one motion, but Doomguy boots smashes through his right shield. Hunk kneels, blood and rain mixing. He tries to raise the shotgun. Doomguy grabs it, crushes it, and drives it back into Hunk's helmet. One clean hit, Hunk is dead.
Yeah.
Venom Snake and Ada Wong stalk the rooftops. They pass a window reflection, their faces distorted to blank static for one instant. Both freeze, Snake pulls Ada away. The rain hasn't broken them, it's made them louder. Cena hoists a bent pipe like a bat. Markiplier narrates to no one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's this day 3 of me surviving a horrible nightmare with a professional wrestler. They hear humming all of a sudden. I'm Odie, faint and beautiful. A glowing figure passes by the alley intersection. It's Kindred, Markiplier whispers. Is that God? See that? Shakes his head. They back away slowly. Kindred walks beside Aslan through the streets of mannequins. They stare but not breathe, Lamb says softly. They are lost, Aslan replies. Ba-ba. Grace's drone flickers between static and clear feed. Okabe mutters data in battered notebook. Just like looking around with a drone.
Yeah.
At dusk, inside the subway terminal, two of the smartest players of the game meet. Batman spots them first. Snake sees movement, both freeze. Constantine exhales spoke. You two look like you know what you're doing. That's dangerous. Ada keeps her gun lowered. You're not wrong. Batman speaks quietly. We can cooperate for a time. Snake nods. Ugh. Okay. A 4-person truce with probably the smartest people.
Yeah. That's kind of scuffed.
Pyramid Head and Grave Lord move to the flooded lower streets. Their heavy footsteps echo under flickering lamplight. Even the rain avoids them. They pass a collapsed overpass, the corpse of Frank Horgan, still penned beneath stone and steel. Pyramid Head pauses. Nito inclines his skull slightly. They drag their blade. Without a word, Pyramid Head drags the blade across the pavement. They continue towards the hospital. The hospital automatic doors screech open. Broken beds line the hall as the fluorescent lights hum down the drains. Hum drowns out the rain. Bleh. Island and Bigger move quickly through the corridors. Islander glows faint blue. Alex, Mercer, and Mark stalk them from above, watching the ventilation shafts. Mercer murmurs, she's a heart, she's a shield. We have to break the heart first. Malruk's blade pierces Ben's shoulder with a brute swing, smashing the knight. But the brute swings wildly, smashing the knight into a wall. Mercer lands perfectly. His arm morphs into a blade. Io screams as Mercer slashes, severing her mid-stride. She falls, eyes wide, lantern rolling away. Ben roars in grief and fury. He punches Malruk across the corridor, sending him through a metal door, then charges Mercer. Mercer blades meets Ben's fist, cutting deep, but not deep enough. Ben slams Mercer to the floor. The building trembles. Malruk staggers to his feet, bleeding but alive. Mercer escapes by shifting form, melting into the wall. Malruk limps away, shaken. Mercer reforms beside him. Asmongold and Kirby huddle in a TV shop. An intersection by the hospital becomes a battlefield. Doomguy charges through their brain with a roar, firing a flare gun. The crimson flare hits the wet streets, illuminating everything red. Ryuko sprints towards the forward, blade out, shouting, "Come on, oh gods!" Kindred and Aslan stand unflinching. Aslan steps forward, flare light glows golden on his mane. Child, even know why you choose to fight? Ryuko hesitates for one moment too long. Kindred fires an arrow. It strikes Ryuko's side, not lethal but deep. Doomguy bellows, firing wildly. Aslan leaps aside. The flare explodes harmlessly against the sign. Doomguy rushes Aslan, slamming into him with his shoulder. Aslan stumbles, hurt but not broken. Ryuko bleeds in the rain, snarling. Kindred fades into the mist, whispering echoes. All hunters meet their end. No deaths yet, but both sides are somewhat wounded. Lightning strikes the signal tower, shattering its peak. Static rolls through the city. Every TV flashes white, then black. Is there anyone you don't want to win? Me personally, Alex Mercer. Or Doomguy, but I don't want either of them to win.
I would say Doomguy. Io from Code Vein would be kind of lame.
She's dead.
Oh, good. Don't have to worry about that then. Actually, no, Venom Snake as well. Definitely not Venom Snake.
We have a clone and his clone.
And Asmongold, I almost forgot.
Yeah, okay. Ben Bigger hasn't spoken since Io died. Well, he's alone, by the way. He finds Malric in the hospital ruins alone, carrying a bent IV stand like a spear. No, never mind. He's carrying the bent IV stand like a spear. He fights Malric first. Malric limps from earlier injury, still stands proud. You, Ben growls. Malric lifts his sword, and I expected you. They clash immediately. Ben charges with a raw strength, smashing Malric through the medical cart. Malric counters with a disciplined strike, cutting to Ben's arm and shoulder. It's brutal and even fight. Until Malric overextends a downward strike, but Ben catches his arm, twists, bones snap. Malric drops his sword. Ben slams him into a metal bed frame once, twice, a third time. Malric stops moving. Mercer watches from the broken ceiling beam. He doesn't mourn Malric. He studies Ben instead. Strong, emotional, predictable. Mercer drops silently behind Ben, but Ben hears a drip of rainwater shift. He spins. Mercer blade arm slashes across Ben's chest, but this time Ben roars and punches Mercer square in the face, sending him through drywall.
Shit.
Mercer reforms, blood on his lip. This time he goes for speed. He darts forward, blade aimed for Ben's throat. Ben grabs him mid-lunge and slams him against the broken X-ray machine. Electricity cackles. Mercer shrieks, stunned by the shock. Ben doesn't hesitate. He lifts Mercer overhead and hurls him through the shattered window. Mercer falls 3 stories till blood streams below. He hits hard, spine bending wrong. He tries to reform, but the water is deeper than it looks. The broken rebar that collapsed from scaffolding pierces through him. Mercer struggles shifting, but his regeneration is slower in the water. Weakened after repeated trauma, he sinks in darkness.
He got revenge.
Venom, Batman, Constantine all meet up again. That's basically it.
Cool.
In a Fudham underpass, Pyramid Head and Nito intercept John Cena, Markiplier. Markiplier whispers, "This is not good." Pyramid Head advances slowly, blade dragging sparks across the concrete. Cena charges first, shoulder tackle. It actually staggers Pyramid Head, proving he's not unstoppable. I thought he was getting fucking creamed.
Yeah.
Markiplier grabs a loose brick and hurls it at Nito, shattering Brittle Skeleton's hands that form around him. For a moment, it looks competitive. Then Nito raises a hand that sends a wave of necrotic force across the floor. Cena braces, but the water amplifies it. He's knocked off his feet. Pyramid Head steps forward and swings. Cena blocks with a pipe. Holy shit! The pipe bends. The second swing, it tears across Cena's torso. He drops.
Damn.
Markiplier screams and rushes forward recklessly. Neo summons the 2 skeleton forms that grab his leg. Mark struggles, but Pyramid Head brings down the blade cleanly in silence.
Yeah.
John Cena and Markiplier both dead. I don't even know what they expected, charging in on the fucking demigod for the most, two demigods for the most part.
The two eldritch monstrosities.
Ryuko senses movement and turns. Too late. Ada fires first, grazing her wounded side from earlier. Snake flanks. Batman drops from above, striking Doomguy with with an electrical baton. Constantly mutters about a binding phase, slowing Ryuko movements for a crucial second. Snake shoots cleanly. The bullet hits Ryuko's center mass. She stumbles. Doomguy roars, charging through Batman, slamming to Snake. Ada fires again. Ryuko falls to her knee. She looks at Doomguy once and smiles. Ada fires the fatal shot. Doomguy fights like a demon unleashed. He nearly kills Snake, cracking his mask and breaking his ribs. Batman and Constantine together barely force Doomguy back. He retreats into the rain, wounded but alive. The Lion survives, but they're shaken. I had a weird feeling that either they were going to kill Alex Mercer or Doomguy.
Yeah.
Because they're the only, I think, group that can take on either of them, except for, I guess, the Bear.
Yeah, true. I wanted to see. I wanted them to 1v4 Doomguy again. I feel like that would go hard.
Doomguy doesn't run. He hunts. He finds Ada first. Well.
Okay.
He catches her alone on the rooftop edge. She spins, pistol raised. He doesn't speak. She fires once, twice. One hits armor. That second grazes his jawline. He mogs her. He barrels into her and both tumble onto the gravel roof. Ada reaches for a knife. Doomguy grabs her wrist, twists. The knife falls. He slams her head onto the rooftop once, twice. A third time, she dead.
Yeah.
I forgot Doomguy was also a Marine.
See.
I think there's a lore reason why he got sent to Mars in the very first Doom game is because he almost beat his commanding officer to death for wanting to shoot on civilians.
Damn. It's badass.
Kendra and Aslan move through the flooded streets. They encounter Ben Bigger. All three stop. They clash. It's violent but restrained. Ben's strength forces Kendra back. Aslan lunges, tackling Ben into the water. They grapple. Ben lands heavy blows, but Aslan's claws tear into his shoulder. Kendra draws the bow. Ben hesitates just for 1 second, looking at Aslan. The arrow fires. It strikes Ben in the throat.
Rip.
I do find it. I forgot that Argon's in the grand finale. Just
Yeah.
the fight with them, it's Argon and Mark just building kingdoms, and they actually have a dope ass duel in a volcano.
Yep. Fucking
I don't remember the map,
Park.
but
It was Jurassic Park.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Pyramid Head and Nito emerge near the Tower Plaza. They encounter Okabe and Grace attempting to sneak across the scaffolding. Grace sees them first and just says, "Run." They do.
Yeah.
Nito sends a brutal skeleton grasp across the planks, cracking wood. Grace fires 3 shots, shattering 2 skeleton hands. Okabe slips. Grace grabs him. The planks beneath them snap. They fall 1 story down, not fatal, but hard. Pyramid Head drops beside them like a guillotine descending. Okabe scrambles backwards, shouting nonsense strategies. Grace raises her pistol again. Nito necrotic pulse knocks her sideways. The head steps forward. Grace lunges to shield Okabe. The blade falls clean. Grace is dead. Okabe screams. He tries to drag her. Nito advances. A final skeleton strike pierces Okabe's side. He collapses dead beside her.
Checks out.
Doomguy tracks a venomous snake across the rooftop. Snake senses it. He turns, rifle raised. They exchange fire across the narrow rooftop span. Snake moves strategically, forcing Doomguy into predictable lanes. Doomguy charges anyway. Snake drops a flashbang. It blinds Doomguy for just long enough. Snake tackles him towards an unstable edge. Both men grapple. 2 soldiers, 2 survivors. Doomguy overpowers him and slams Snake into the chimney. Snake coughs blood, but he plants one final explosion behind Doomguy's boots. It detonates. The blast throws the men apart. Snake rolls. Doom goes over the ledge. He catches the metal TV frame hanging. It bends underneath his weight. He climbs back up slowly. Windu and furious. They lock eyes. Neither finishes the other. They both retreat.
Yeah.
Batman and Constantine confronted Venom Snake in a flooded corridor.
What happened to the truce?
Oh, it says, "You're next," Batman says. "Everyone is," Snake replies. Constantine mutters something sharp. Snake feels the air thicken. Batman strikes first, brutal and precise. Snake fights back. Oh, yeah, I guess they are. I thought it was like a confrontation as like a short meeting type of thing. Nope. Batman strikes first, precise and brutal. Snake fights back intelligently, nearly disarming Batman. Constantine uses a binding sigil just long enough to snag her stake. Batman lands a clean blow to Snake's temple. Snake falls unconscious. Batman stands over him. Constantine exhales. "We don't have loose ends." Batman nods once. A final controlled strike. Venom Snake is executed.
Good.
Boom. Doomguy climbs towards the highest rooftop, wounded but unstoppable in presence. Arbiter intercepts first. They clash like titans, blade versus fist. Doomguy breaks Arbiter's guard and sends him sledding across concrete. Mr. Terrific activates a T-sphere concussive blast. Doomguy stumbles. Batman joins the fight. Constantine begins chanting. Doomguy fights all three and nearly wins. He's knocks Terrific unconscious. He shatters Arbiter's armor plating. He almost reaches Constantine, but Constantine finishes the incantation. Suddenly, a circle flare beneath Doomguy's feet. Now, banishment, gravity inversion glyph. For 2 seconds, gravity inverses the 10-foot radius. Doomguy falls upwards. The roof edge became a sky. He slammed into the broken tower spire and rebounds outwards. He grabs for the ledge. Batman reaches for him instinctively, but Constantine grabs Batman's arm, saying, "We can't save everyone." Doomguy's grip slips. He falls 6 stories into the plaza below. The impact is catastrophic. He tries to rise. Arbiter limps to the edge, looks down. Doomguy stands once more, staggers, then collapses face first into concrete, dead.
Good.
Why is everyone playing Overwatch?
Because it's back.
Why is there a queue?
Overwatch is back.
Is it back?
Yeah, the player count is back at least. Because they added like 5 new characters, and the last Marvel Rivals update was kind of mid, so people are hopping back on Overwatch.
I remember seeing that. I saw a thing that was just like, that they basically they didn't change the meta whatsoever for Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, they changed literally nothing. Except they, yeah.
I'm obviously the most precious. I'm obviously the most precious. I'm not? How dare you?
No, you are.
What custom games are there?
Genji Ball.
Jetpack Cat Racing. I had back loot box as well.
Mm-hmm.
The collage of Hello Kitty.
Yeah. They're mid, in my opinion.
These are not good. The Widowmaker one's alright, and then actually the Widowmaker and Mercy ones are cool. The Kiriko one is awful.
Yeah.
$6,900 tokens? Isn't that like $60?
I don't know.
That is $60. $60 for a fucking highlight intro? Are you insane?
That's insane. Yeah.
Oh no, you have to get everything. Normally it's fucking 230. Oh my god, this is egregious. $28 for a Widowmaker skin.
Yeah, it's insane.
Where's the cat? Its name is literally Jetpack Cat. There's nothing.
Yep.
What a cool character idea. Just a fucking cat.
I agree. It was one of the original character ideas.
Namor.
I hate that guy.
Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked with seeing stuff like that. I wanted background noise, and so.
Yeah.
Is Apex any good, do you know?
No. The new season, they added like nothing again. They haven't added a new gun, I think, since the Nemesis, which is insane. It was like 4 years ago.
That is actually a bit crazy.
Yep. Did you know they changed the RA-45?
How?
They made it an energy burst pistol instead of just
That's
adding
just
a new pistol.
that. Like again, them doing shit like that makes no sense. I feel like
I know.
so.
It's so stupid, dude. They completely killed their game. It's just, yeah.
That's just total bullshit.
I agree.
Like again, the lifeline one, I would say that I think was a bit more understanding if I remember what her abilities were. If I don't
Yeah.
remember what her abilities were, I could be wrong. But that one, I feel like it makes a bit of sense. Revenants, you could have made a whole ass character with those abilities, a brand new character.
Literally.
Like those are super unique abilities. And Revenant, again, they make a game so no one can be properly countered. That makes sense, you know. Uh, and
That's
Revenant was just a good, role for the
yeah.
most part. It was just total bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, let's completely change a character.
Yep.
Why?
Let's make everyone a movement character. Yay! That's what people want, right?
Yeah, again, it's just fucking Revenant's thing though is all about kind of ambushing. So it
Yeah.
makes his new abilities make sense, but his old abilities also made better sense for trying kind of like making the enemy feel worthless.
Agreed. I feel like they could have just
And
given him both, honestly, and it would have been fine. Like make his
it
jump like a passive or something.
no, I feel like that is definitely kind of whatever. His ultimate, I would say, that kind of also makes sense for Revenant. Just kind of have his shadow form. If he got like an extra, let's say 75 or however, it was 75, right?
Yeah.
If he got like an extra set of 75 shield for his ultimate, just as a kind of something to advance with, that kind of slowly recharged, I feel like that would make sense as well. Because in the cinematic trailer, Revenant is seen, kind of doing that shit. He just becomes black and giving more
Yeah.
shield. And stuff. That would be cool. Like if it increases his like movement speed and stuff to make him more feral. Again, that's a
Mhm.
good ability. But just having like, oh yeah, we're gonna completely change him. Both abilities.
Yeah.
I think even passives. It's just wow, you fucking made a brand new character. It's not a.
The ultimate was
Yes, that
total
is.
bullshit when they first released it too. He was like insanely overpowered. He was like
Yeah,
unkillable.
yeah, because it was like I said, it makes sense that if that's somewhat, but they made it so if you do damage, you get shield. You
Yeah.
get automatically 75 shield, and so it's basically an instant win button.
Yep.
Because no matter how much skill, if they had their ult, they won.
Yeah, it was stupid. I miss Death Totem.
Anyways, back to the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Arbiter limps into the plaza, armor cracked, but his spirit unbroken. Mr. Terrific walks beside him, brute and calculating. Across the foot of concrete stands Pyramid Head and Nito. No words. Arbiter charges first. His rebar spear spikes Pyramid Head's chest, driving him back a step. Proof again that the monsters can bleed. Terrific launches his last working T-spheres. It detonates near Nito, shattering several brittle skeleton summons, but Nito retaliates with a focused necrotic pulse. The Arbiter takes the full blast. His armor fractures. He drops to one knee. Pyramid Head steps out. Swing. He's dead. Mr. Terrific doesn't run. He grabs a broken metal sign and charges. Nito striking repeatedly with calculated fury, but Nito's skeletons grasp his armor and legs. Anchors his legs. Pyramid Head turns. One downward strike. Terrific is dead. Kirby watches from the black duo from behind the wrecked bus. Asmongold whispers, "We're absolutely not fighting them head on." Kirby nods. Kindred steps into the plaza with Aslan at their side. Rain beads off Aslan's mane like molten gold. Pyramid Head advances. Neo's skeleton hands. Kindred fires first. The arrow strikes Pyramid Head's thigh, slowing him. Aslan lunges and collides with him, claws raky metal. Nito sends a concentrated pulse that staggers Aslan back. Kindred whispers, "Lamprosite." A faint circle of pale light surrounds them all for several seconds. No one inside the circle can die. The fight becomes brutal but stalled. Pyramid slams Aslan into concrete. Nito pierces Kindred's shoulder. The respite fades. Time returns. Pyramid Head swings at Aslan. Aslan steps into it. The blade carves across his side. He does not fall. He roars, tackles Pyramid Head off balance. Kindred draws 1 pound arrow. It strikes Pyramid Head through the visor slit. He stumbles. Nito retaliates with skeleton spike into Aslan's flank. Aslan falters. Kindred moves to protect him, but Pyramid, standing through sheer will, drives his blade through Kindred's torso. Aslan tries to rise one more time, but Pyramid slams his head into the ground, cracking concrete, leaving him
Damn.
to die.
I thought they could do it.
Batman and Constantine watch everything. Constantine exhales slowly. They're hurt. Batman nods once. They move. Batman launches a smoke pellets obscuring the plaza. Constantine mutters a binding curse targeting Nito's skeleton. The curse weakens Nito's structure, bones splintering. Batman engages Pyramid Head directly. It's a technical masterpiece of combat. Batman exploiting every wound the monster carries. He dodges heavy swings, strikes tendons, grapples, redirects. Constantine focuses Nito, chanting instead of that. That's kind of a cool combo.
Yeah, this goes hard.
Constantine focuses on Nito, chanting steadily. Nito attempts one final necrotic wave. Constantine counters with the ceiling sigil burned into a wet pavement. The skeleton lord fractures. His form collapses into scattered bone. Graveyard Lord is dead. Pyramid Head roars silently and silently roars. That makes sense. And charges Batman. The fight is brutal and close. Batman throws a smoke pellet. He rises again. Constantine finishes a final incantation. Pyramid Head collapses. He attempts to rise. Batman drives a metal shard through his visor slit. He's dead.
Let's go.
Kirby inhales sharply, pulling debris, smoke, and even Constantine's lighter flame towards him. Constantine mutters a quick counterspell and grounds himself. Kirby swallows the flame. He glows flame red. The brief fire burst ability. Batman charges, disabling strike. Kirby dodges and releases a short flame burst, forcing Batman back. Asmongold swings wildly at Constantine. It does absolutely nothing. Constantine flicks his fingers. Asmongold freezes mid-swing, a minor paralysis charm. Batman disarms Kirby with a precise strike. Kirby tries to inhale again. Batman counters by slamming his smoke canister into Kirby's open mouth. Kirby coughs violently, disoriented. Constantine lifts a paralysis charm. Asmongold runs to Kirby. Buddy, get up. Batman closes the distance. Asmongold falls.
Good.
Kirby struggles to stand. He looks small again. He looks tired. Batman hesitates. Constantine does not. A finding blinding gift. Kirby pins Kirby in place. Batman finishes it. Rain falls softly. Constantine chuckles weakly. You know how this goes, Batman says. Yes. Constantine lights one last cigarette. Try not to brood about it, he says. Batman moves first. It moves fast, technical, relentless. Constantine throws minor curses, illusions, sparks of flame. Batman endures a final grapple. Batman pins Constantine. Constantine smiles family. I knew it'd be you. Batman closes his eyes briefly. One clean snap. Constantine's dead.
That makes sense. I'm glad it came down to those two.